Hey up guys, S-Man back at it again with a brand new video. Now I know it's been a while. I did decide to take a break because I was experiencing some burnout, especially after finals, but I've been in the mood for some content and I've finally been catching back up on the Pokemon anime. So yeah, that's why I've been gone for a while. This obviously isn't going to be the first video back, so it's going to be weird that the second video back is the explanation of where I've been the last month and a half. But yeah, let's just get right back into the review and just get back into the swing of things. Picking up from last episode, Liko and Roy call Dot to learn more about the Exceed facility they saw after the Vileplume incident last episode. Dot does tell them it is an Exceed facility, and it's actually it's going to be holding basically an open campus slash house to show the testing of a new product that Spinel and Exceed have been developing, something called the Strong Spheres, which were set up last episode. Fearing of what they could be doing and how it could basically be what they've been searching for, especially after last episode where we saw Rockrium infested Pokemon in the wild, Liko and Roy go to investigate the Exceed facility where they spot Holt, who looks to be in a bad mood, heading in with the rest of the trainers. Liko and Roy start to sneak around when security spots them and tells them, hey, you kids should get inside, they're about to start the presentation. So Liko and Roy basically get off scot-free and head inside, where they watch the presentation of the product Strong Spheres. We see a test demonstration battle between one of the old classmates from the Terrestrial course, the one that looks like Dot, who had the ducklet that's now evolved in Swanna. She reveals that she's been struggling to keep up with her friends, especially, which we do see in the Terrestrial course. We see she failed, so it kind of does make sense that she'd be looking for a way to get stronger quicker. So yeah, they give her a Strong Sphere and tell her how to use it to demonstrate it during the battle, which Liko notices that these Strong Sphere devices look the same as what Spinel used to set all the hero Pokemon haywire during the Rockwood incident. Dot's counterpart fights an Electivire and she gets all nervous and even says, of course, I have to fight the worst type matchup. But yeah, the battle begins, and after using the Strong Sphere, Swanna basically one-shots Electivire with a water gun, which the announcer even says, because of Strong Spheres, simple moves like water gun could have the power of a hydro pump. Liko and Roy are scared of this and realizes this is why all the Pokemon have been impressive with Rockwool lately, because of the testing of these Strong Spheres and the development. That's when they go to speak to Dot's counterpart as she leaves, and she catches up with them and basically compliments how cool the Strong Spheres are and how great they are for battle. And Liko and Roy check out the Swanna, who looks drained and all upset. With that, Liko and Roy Roy heads to Holt to ask him what he's doing here, where Holt gives him the cold shoulder because he, quote, doesn't feel good, and storms off angrily. Yeah, my theory might be coming right. Holt might be the next explorer, but yeah. With that, the demonstration continues on with the announcer announcing the two heads of Exceed, or the two faces of the Explorer and Exceed, Coral and Onyx. And we've actually learned that Coral has become like a sort of pseudo celebrity, with the whole crowd basically cheering on, with her new character being a cute little girl compared to her former sadistic nature. Onyx spots Liko and Roy, so Coral calls them out, stating that they're going to battle them using the Strong Spheres to show them off. Coral catches up with Liko and Roy, saying, oh, it's nice to see old friends, but Liko and Roy are just pissed off at her, which causes the crowd to start cheering or getting angry towards Liko and Roy, because how could they be rude to such a cute little girl? So yeah, with that, Coral says it's fine, it was just a joke between friends, and the battle begins. We see that the Explorers have actually gotten stronger when Crocodile and Galele use a Flamethrower Ice Beam clash, where Galele slightly overpowers Crocodile, but not enough that it gets hit, compared to when they last battled. Along with that, we then see Galele have a basically overpowered the duo, or that these two have also increased their teamwork, where Galele uses an Ice Spinner Blizzard technique to distract Liko and Roy, along with freezing the whole battlefield to make it more slippery, while Onyx just sits there, waits for them to be distracted, and then attempts to hit them with Salt Cure. But Liko notices this and has the two dodge it, and Liko even pointed out that they've gotten stronger and better as a team. So, but her and Roy are also stronger and more in sync than them. So she has Roy get close and traps Galili with a fury of flower bombs. I also did forget to mention, when Liko and Roy were going towards the battle, a ref tried to give him strong spheres to test out, but they refused to do it, and the ref got all upset because the whole point of this battle is to show trainers the strong spheres, yet these two are refusing it. But that's when Ult comes in and takes the strong spheres for himself and is watching the battle. Coral and Onyx decide that it's time to use the strong spheres, with the battle becoming more less one-sided towards them, in order to make the battle more one-sided towards them. But that's when Liko and Roy both declare that these strong spheres will never beat them. And we see both Coral and Onyx unleash a very strong, powerful move. After dodging both attacks, Liko and Roy decide that they're going to terrestrialize and prove to them how they can beat them without strong spheres. But Onyx, while terrestrializing, Onyx pushes in with a rollout and knocks out both Meowscarada and Crocodile. But that's when Coral's old nature begins to come out, where she freezes both of the Pokemon who are already knocked out, and has Onyx use Salt Cure on them, going fully overkill because she's upset that they insulted her in the strong spheres and the style of her battling. So Roy has to send in Cap to fight off Coral and Onyx, but obviously after having to dodge both two of the strong moves at the same time, Cap gets a little tired, where Coral mocks Cap. But that's when Ult pushes in and gets mad at them, saying, "Hey, your battle is over. Now fight a strong guy like me." And we see him holding the strong sphere as he challenges them to a battle. Roy and Liko get worried that Ult is going to use it, but he actually destroys the strong sphere, saying that these things are stupid and don't equate to real strength, which offends Coral, so she actually does accept his challenge. Sableye goes in with a Shadow Sneak, which also makes Coral even more angry, because how are you going to insult her battle style and then use a stupid move like Shadow Sneak to sneak up behind her precious Galili? After that, Sableye uses a Power Gem to do more damage on Galili, so Coral decides the best thing to do is end the battle with an explosion, but Agate, who's also in the facility spectating, blocks it all from the crowd, as Onyx also screams, "Don't do it," because obviously it would not work on Sableye, who is immune to normal type moves. With that, Liko, Roy, and Ult escape the Explorer's facility, while Agate tells them to just wait and see and let him go, because in order not to show off the true nature of the Explorers, which annoys Coral. Meanwhile, Liko and Roy discuss everything that happened with Dot, giving them the information on Exceed and the strong spheres, and that they're going to struggle to be able to expose them to the public, and no one's going to believe them, especially this presentation showed off the benefits of the strong sphere and also gained popularity with the public. That's when Ult declares that he'll believe them and fight by their side, which Liko and Roy are happy about. And it's actually revealed that earlier it was actually a bait and switch, and Ult actually just had a stomach ache because of he got car sick from the bus that took him to the Exceed facility. And we also get more of the little Ult being awkward towards Liko, and Roy even poking fun at this, saying, when Liko says it's nice to have another friend who's focused on helping Pokemon and exposing the truth and showing off the true bonds between people and Pokemon. Ult gets a little flustered from this, and Roy says, yeah, people who keep something about keeping an eye on Pokemon is the only thing Ult does, right? And we also see more of Sableye and Terrapagos' little dynamic, when Terrapagos cries off to a nearby mountain, where we obviously, recording this weeks after this episode airs, know that's where Rayquaza is. But yeah, I like this episode. The only things really I didn't like is I kind of hated that all the battles were one-shots. Kind of wish we saw Liko and Roy use more of their techniques, because the only moves both of them used were Flamethrower and Flower Bomb. But besides that, I really liked everything about this episode. I liked Ult I like the callbacks to the device that Spinel used during the Rockwell incident. Not him now turning that into basically a device. We don't know fully what the plan is, but I like the idea that Spinel is using Rakua to make a profit and basically create his own gimmick like Terastallization, Mega Evolution, and all, and Z moves, Dynamax, all that. He's creating basically using Exceed's popularity and the popularity of the Explorers, which it's another thing I really like. I like that they basically turn Coral and Onyx into the face of the Explorers, and they basically become celebrities. I really like the concept of in the Pokemon universe of companies sponsoring trainers and basically using trainers to have as the face of their brand. We don't really see this much. The only times we really ever see this is in Bell Hour, but like there's not really a high focus on it besides Leon just having all the endorsements and sponsorships on his cape. But yeah, so happy Ult is finally a member of the Rising Volt Tackers officially, and because I've hated this little will he won't he join the team that's been going on the last couple episodes, and I'm finally happy to finally see him fully join our group. But yeah, besides that, that's all I really got to say about the episode. I liked it, really good. Sets up the future really good, and I'm happy. I can't wait to see more of what's to come in the future. But overall, that's all I got to say. I'm going to give the episode a 9 out of 10. Enjoyed it. Definitely a good Horizons episode. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video because we're back. It's better than ever. We're going to lock in on some content this summer. But yeah, S-Man signing off. And I'm sorry about the extended break I took.